29.
I'll second.
We have the motion and the second. Any further discussion?
Anything you want to say, Emily?
So I think Steve has now been on our board for close to 10 years. He took over for a part position, and he's an amazing board member. He has a great background in electricity, and so he's helped us with projects, and he's also part of Pheasants Forever, which has supported many projects, and he's just an awesome board member to have, and we're excited that he's willing to come back for another 5 years.
Good.
Awesome, thank you. I know Steve, I think he's awesome, and I'm glad to have him on this board and willing to serve and continue, so happy to reappoint. Any further discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Kyle?
Yes.
Solosik?
Yes.
Hibbs?
Yes.
Number 9, approve Martha Ellen Ty Foundation Challenge Grant application for Marshall County Veterans Affairs Memorial Project.
There's a,
And authorize.
And authorize
Yeah.
supervisors' signatures and direct staff to submit the challenge grant application to the Martha Ellen Ty Foundation. Kevin, come on up, please.
Kevin Houston, the Director of Veterans Affairs. When we applied for the Martha Ellen Ty, we didn't realize that they wanted to have county support. So we had the meeting the other day, and I'm deeply appreciated with what the county's willing to do. It just moves us forward. When we hit the magic number of $120,000, we'll be ordering the granite, because there's a 6-month window of them to produce it, get it all etched and done. And then once that's ordered and the ground settles and gets nice and dry, we'll have a groundbreaking. And the Board of Supervisors will be invited for that. So it'll be quite an event. So looking forward to having the job and having the project done. My goal is to have it done for Veterans Day this year. I know it's a little aggressive, but we are still doing some more fundraising, and we do have some other people we're reaching out to. But along with this, and if Martha Ellen Ty comes through, that puts us close.
yeah,
It puts us close.
yeah. And so what this contribution from the county does is it leverages our contribution, and then we're asking
They're
them
matching-
to,
yeah.
yeah.
And like we spoke to, we left that number with them at 50,000.
That will be our request.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's on the request. So I deeply appreciate it from the county.
Yes, thank you, Kevin.
Thank you.
All right, so I suppose we need to approve the application, and then the next item will be approving the supporting funds from the county. All right, do we have a motion?
I'll make the motion that we approve, we're not adopting yet, we're
Not adopting yet,
approving
yeah.
the Martha Ellen Ty Foundation Challenge Grant for the Marshall County Veterans Affairs Memorial Project.
I'll second.
We have the motion and the second. Any further discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Kyle?
Yes.
Solosik?
Yes.
Hibbs?
Yes.
Number 10, adopt resolution 2024-6, supporting the Marshall County Veterans Affairs Memorial Project in the amount of $25,000 and encouraging support of the Martha Ellen Ty Foundation. Whereas the Board of Supervisors finds supporting the Marshall County Veterans Affairs Memorial Project in the amount of $25,000 in the best interest of the county, encourages the Martha Ellen Ty Foundation to accept the challenge of an equal match or more. Now, therefore, it be resolved by the Board of Supervisors of Marshall County. The Board of Supervisors authorized payment of $25,000 in the purpose of purchasing the granite for the Marshall County Veterans Affairs Memorial Project. County staff are hereby authorized and directed to prepare any additional documentation as deemed necessary to carry out the purpose of this resolution. All resolutions or parts thereof in conflict herewith are hereby repealed to the extent of such conflict passed on this day, the 31st day of January 2024. Do we have a motion to adopt this resolution?
Mr. Chair, I would make a motion to adopt Resolution 2024-0006, supporting the Marshall County Veterans Affairs Memorial Project in the amount of $25,000 and encouraging support of the Martha Ellen Ty Foundation.
I will second that motion, but I would wonder if we want to strike the language and just encourages the Martha Ellen Ty Foundation to support this project.
Instead of equal
Instead
match.
of the, challenge of an equal match, and let them decide at what level they can support this project.
I would agree with that language change.
Steve, are you
Sure, that's-
open to
you
that?
bet.
Kevin, do you
Where's
have any
that?
problem with that language change? So it would encouraging the Martha Ellen Ty Foundation to support this project, and strike to accept the challenge of an equal match. I think we let them decide at what level they
Yep.
feel it's appropriate for them to support.
And just after county, is that where you want it stricken?
No, and encourages the Martha Ellen Ty Foundation to support this project.
Support this project.
And you're okay with that language, Kevin? Yeah.
Let it be noted that these funds are unspent funds in the supervisor's budget under the economic development line item.
Okay.
Good to go. Any
Yes.
further discussion?
No.
Roll call vote, please.
Kyle?
Yes.
Colosik?
Yes.
Tibbs?
Yes.
Number 11, file receipt of cost allocation plan report and authorize the chair to sign. The fiscal year 2023 cost allocation plan will result in a total reimbursement of approximately $37,552 for indirect cost recoveries regarding the local Department of Human Services office in fiscal year 2024-25. We have a motion to file this receipt.
I would make a motion then to file receipt of cost allocation plan report and authorize the chair to sign.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion on this item?
This is for the process of determining our amount of, our percentage for HHS.
Yep. Excellent. Any further questions, comments? Roll call vote, please.
Kyle?
Yes.
Colosik?
Yes.
Tibbs?
Yes.
On to number 12, OPN proposal for marketing of sheriff's office upgrade projects, discussion and possible action.
Lucas Badke, Buildings and Grounds. Here is a proposal that we had requested OPN give us to essentially help us through leading up to our potential bond in November, to help just get some information out to the public and basically put a positive view on what we're trying to do and really communicate that well to the public. So they put together a couple different options for us at two different rates. Essentially, they would meet with us and touch base, give us a timeline, provide digital content, and then there are basically on the higher option, they would give us some public media relations, press releases, community updates, and two community events where essentially somebody would be involved in that as well. So I guess those are our options.
Okay.
Sure. I don't know if the sheriff has something to input on that as well, but it's pretty straightforward, I think. I think the cheaper option is probably okay for us, but the only thing I would like to maybe see in that is the bi-weekly communication touch point. I wonder if they could just whip that into there. I'm sure it wouldn't be, I don't know, I'd be surprised if it added anything to it, but that bullet point isn't included in the cheaper option. I think some, communication there, between us back and forth, spelling that out in the other option, I think would be nice.
I
questions?
I appreciate the information. I think this is
Yes,
helpful
thank you.
for us to know as we evaluate whether or not to move forward with this and what the timeline would be.
I think preferably not to blur any like potential campaign lines, it'd be good to have like a Friends of Sheriff's Office that's, helping support this, that they would be the ones footing the bill on this. And that this is something we can get to a group that would be supportive of it. I would feel more comfortable with that being the process, but as we continue, it's that we could see how this possibly fits into our plan as well. So I'm not necessarily one way or another on it, but it just depends on what's produced by a group that comes forward or not.
But this is very helpful,
Yes.
Lucas. Thank you.
Are we needing to necessarily approve it at this time or hold for the moment? And as the decisions are made on proceeding forward, that's when we can make the move on this.
Yeah.
Okay.
No action.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Lucas, for that.
You want to table it or just hold for now?
Just
I
no
think?
action.
No action, yeah, that's kind of, yeah.
Number 13, Eastman Avenue, speed feedback sign, discussion and possible action. Paul, would you like to share your information with us on this one?
Paul Geilenfeld, County Engineer. We had that, an accident that happened on Eastman Avenue southbound approaching State Center, and State Center did hire a consultant to do kind of a study on the intersection, and I think the report is complete, but the request from State Center on this for signage is a speed feedback sign that would be for southbound traffic on Eastman coming up to 230th Street. And that's, I'm just going off a quote that was provided to me by Chief John Thomas of State Center. And it's around $3,400 for the sign. We would install it, and State Center would run electricity to it, so we would not have to pay the extra for a solar option on the sign. But that would be that's the request that they've made, and we should be able to have that sign, I would think, in maybe a month to 6 weeks. I'm not sure what their build-out time is for them, but they're becoming more and more common. We don't have any speed feedback signs yet, but there's been a few places where we've considered, that they could be valuable. This is not a automated ticket sign. This is just a sign to give feedback to the driver. If they are exceeding the speed limit, it flashes lights and gives them their speed. And so it's just a warning, safety feature that we can add to that intersection.
It's pretty much exactly like the sign right here on Church.
Very similar.
Paul, how far north will that sign be from
It-
the corner, 230th and Eastman?
The 35 speed limit starts just south of that south entrance of the cemetery, and it's going to be in that neighborhood. It'll be after, right near that. I'll find out from. It's a new enough type of sign that I don't know if they're even really shown in the MUTCD as far as where they should be placed, but it'll be on that approach to that intersection.
South of that no passing zone sign then, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
So James, you just went by that's the entrance to the cemetery there? Okay, there you are. Okay.
And that, from that point on, it's about 1,000 feet to the intersection.
Thanks for the drive, James.
Yeah.
Thank you, Paul. Do we have any other, we need a
And
motion.
this is done with just existing funds, right?
Correct.
It's out of your budget?
Excellent. Any other questions for Paul or anything?
No.
I'll entertain motions on this.
I'll make a motion that we approve the installation of a speed feedback sign on Eastman Avenue for southbound traffic as it enters State Center.
I'll second.
We have the motion and the second, and just for further clarification, this is not a ticket issuing sign. It is not that at all. It's a good speed feedback for our public. protect our citizens, so. We have the motion and a second. Any further discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Heil,
Yes.
Velocik.
Yes.
Hibbs,
Yes.
On to number 14, public forum. The time set aside for the public to make comments on topics of county business other than those listed on the agenda. No action will be taken on any of these topics brought up in public forum today.
Jared, I did want to add the calendar update. The county will be open now, the February 19th, all day, and we will be closed all day the 23rd, is what that calendar will now shows, yes.
And the courts will be open that morning, correct?
Yes.
The 23rd?
I think they're going to be open. I don't know for sure yet if the doors will be open or locked. That's the thing that's still open. She said if we can get all the court cases continued,
Yeah.
is what Carol's shooting for.
Yeah, as of now, they'll be open.
Open right
Yeah.
now.
Unless they make changes and get things rearranged.
Yeah, so I think we're starting the day we're gonna be in the grand courtroom for some of our trainings.
Okay.
So that's where we'll start also at 1 o'clock.
But we'll get an agenda of the training.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not finalized. We've got it, it's on a lovely piece of yellow notebook paper scribbled all over. It's not very pretty.
Sounds official.
It really is. Best ideas that way, yeah.
Thank you. Any other public forum today? All right. Hearing none, we'll move on to adjournment. Next regular session is Wednesday, February 14th at 9 a.m. That was Valentine's Day,
Ash Wednesday.
Ash Wednesday,
Ash Wednesday.
and my sister's birthday. Courthouse, first floor, meeting room, 1 East Main Street. All business to be acted upon at that session should be submitted to the County Auditor and Recorder's Office or Board of Supervisors Office by Wednesday, February 7th, 2024 at noon. There being no further business come before the board, meeting is adjourned at 9:24 a.m. Thank you very much, everybody.